And as you just saw, it was a feisty crowd that didn't hold back during that debate. 22 News reporter Shannon Halligan is live outside of Symphony Hall tonight with reaction from voters who were able to watch that debate firsthand.
It was a very exciting night here at Symphony Hall before the debate even began, and it was a very important night for Western Massachusetts because this debate could be the deciding factor for many undecided voters. The Senate debate that has drawn national attention drew hundreds of supporters outside Symphony Hall Wednesday night. Crowds gathered early and were vocal. A lot was riding on this debate in a record-breaking Senate race. Who do you think won the debate tonight?
Oh, definitely Elizabeth Warren.
You know, I think he won.
But it may have been the spirited crowd that impacted some.
Both candidates were making really great points, but honestly, the crowd for Warren just really showed up tonight. So I really think that the crowd won it for Warren.
And for some Warren supporters, it was her vision for the future that swayed their vote.
Making the investments in education, making the investments in research.
I think they made a really good point about investing in our future, and I just think that Scott Brown's record has shown that he's not willing to do that.
But some in favor of Brown were happy with his track record.
As somebody who's the second most bipartisan senator in the United States Senate, I've done it. I'm going to continue to do it.
Senator Brown has been a voice for Massachusetts for 14 years. I think he's the one who has the answers.
This debate in Western Massachusetts could be the most important. It's the last debate until October 30th, a date when many undecided voters will have already made up their mind. And for some, the debate helped decide.
In fact, I didn't know that she had the kind of strength she showed tonight. When I saw her tonight, that made up my mind. I'm for Warren. She's good.
But others are still not sold.
I think that they both kept on repeating the same thoughts, the same concept, and in the end, I have no clear idea on either of them.
And in an extremely close race, those undecided voters are key. And this was a really heated debate here tonight. Actually, at one point, a woman stood up from her chair in the middle of the debate, turned around and slapped the man behind her. Just one example of how high tensions were for this very important debate. Live outside of Symphony Hall tonight, Shannon Halligan, 22 News.